Hi YouTube, this is Retta. I've been meaning to do a reading on this lady for a while now, and I'm just now doing it on Loretta Lynch. I have some questions. I want to know if she's worried right now. Is she worried right now? Is she worried about, getting in some trouble? I also want to kind of look at this relationship between her and maybe Bill or the Clintons in general. I'm going to use this deck. I love the box. The Golden Tarot by Cat Black. This is like my first time using it. I've had it for years. I don't know why I never used it. I mean, I've had it for years. I don't know why I've never used it. It's a beautiful deck. I think the gilded edges kind of threw me off. I was like, oh, I really don't like gilded edges. I don't think I've said that enough. But this has kind of like that laminated type card. So the gilded edges aren't as hard and unforgiving as a lot of decks with these gilded edges. So this gilded edges isn't bothering me. And I think I've also talked about how lately I kind of like a less is more card. And these cards are beautiful. But there's a lot going on in the cards, there's a lot of imagery in the cards, a lot of movement. So sometimes that can kind of distract me a little bit. So we'll see how this reading goes. We'll see. So I want to do Loretta Lynch. I know offhand, Loretta Lynch, I could see why she became a lawyer. She's really into law and order, structure, stuff like that. She believes in everything having a certain place and a certain, that everybody has a certain place, a certain time. Like, she likes order. She doesn't like chaos. And she just has to balance. She could be too much wanting order. She wants order so much she can kind of be like a control freak, and she needs to learn to balance it. That not everything has a place. So I want to see real quick what's going on in her mind in regards to the information. How, like Comey said, and all these people think Comey is this, they all want to take his information, as, Bible on Trump, which he's a liar, and kind of embellishes, but they're not, the same people don't want to take in the fact of all the stuff he said about Lynch. They kind of swept that under the rug. So, we'll see. So let's see with Mrs. Lynch. Where is her mind at? Is she worried in regards to this whole Clinton thing? I want to see where her mind's at in regards to, her trying to halt the investigation and stuff like that into the Clintons. Let's see. Loretta Lynch. Loretta Lynch. Loretta Lynch. Loretta Lynch. Loretta Lynch. Okay, where is she at? The Fool. Okay. So it's either she was naive or she's on a new journey. Let's see. What's the cross to bear? The King of Coins. So the cross to bear is the King of Coins. This King of Coins, with this politics, I always look at Trump. So the cross to bear is maybe she's trying to, the Fool is like, innocent. She's trying to portray innocent. Her loyalty, I see the dog right there. So, she's trying to remain loyal, be innocent. You see kind of like the white clothes too, about innocence. Like, she's trying to portray that she's innocent, that she was naive, that there was nothing more to her meeting into her plans with Trump, with Clintons and stuff like that, but the cross to bear is Trump. Her cross to bear is Trump. And her cross to bear is Trump, and Trump ending her and having defeat. So underneath her trying to portray that she's innocent, that, you know, she's also has her loyalty. To whom, you know what I'm saying, we're still trying to figure that out. She has loyalty to whom? She's trying to act like she's innocent. You know, she's trying to stay out the limelight. She's acting like she's innocent. But the King of Coins. Every time I see the King of Coins, I always look at Trump. Her cross to bear is Trump. And underneath that is defeat, the ending, you know, her metaphysical death. Like, it's done. You know, he wants to end her. He wants to end her. Not like end and kill, like end her, like, you know. Okay, what are her thoughts on everything? Let's see. Her thoughts, they may be veiled. She's on the defense. She's not telling too many people. She's not telling too many people what her true intentions are. She still has that loyalty. You know, she's in the in-between. And she's not trying to, she's trying to keep things kind of bare. She's not showing both her hands right now. I don't know if you see that. She has one hand here. She's not showing her other hand too much. She does have some protection. Like, you know, there are people that will, you know, come out and raw in her defense. So there's that bobcat. So there is, you know, some protection for her. She does hold a lot of secrets. Look at that book she holds a lot of secrets, and she's holding them close to her chest. I think she's on her defense. She's defending herself. You know, she's on the defense. She doesn't look too worried, though. But there's an opening in her defense. You know, usually you see the cards. Her defense isn't on solid footed. Usually when you see the Nine of Wands, the wands are in the straight line and it's completely covered. You know, but there's a big opening here, and these are kind of like, I don't think she's taking this like real, she thinks she has enough, you know, attack dogs, enough people to protect her, that she's not really taking this seriously. She's a little laid back, like, you know, she's not really worried. But the problem is that I see this thing on her head. So there's going to be a problem with either something she said, either written form or thought form, that will be an issue for her. You know, that, you know, it's going to do some damage. Something she either wrote or talked about, something in the written form or talked about has left her this opening. You know, she's not completely protected on an even, you know, there's an opening to get her. And the Knight of Coins is, you know, her mind was on, you know, sometimes the Knight of Coins doesn't really think. You know, they're kind of like, their focus is only on like one thing. Her focus was power, money, there's this dog again about the loyalty, you know, the loyalty, and this dog is muzzled. So is this loyalty going to keep her mouth shut? Is she going to keep her mouth shut with this loyalty? And she's still looking at this money. So, is that really her goal? Is that all she's thinking about? Is like her money, business, stuff like that? Let's see in the future in regards to all this mess. The Chariot. So, she is going to stand firm on her own. She's trying to, you know, move this narrative by her own force, will, and determination. You know, she's up there and she's like, she's going to try to have her own narrative. You know, she's going to take control. you know, the true lawyer. She's going to stand up there and spin. Let's see, what else in the future? The Ten of Coins. So this is, you know, in the future, her standing up and spinning. It might work. And the Ten of Coins is like, good job, good money. And look at, going up there getting some more money. So she is keeping her loyalty. It's very fruitful for her. Her mind is on power and money, and that's what she's going to get. That's what she's going to get. Her loyalty. Look at the dogs. Her loyalty is paying off. Her loyalty is paying off in dividends. I'll do one more card. The Ace of Coins. Look at you know, she's fine. She's getting new job opportunities, new money coming her way. Look at, there's that line. I always look at the line as Trump, and he's behind. Even in his cards, it shows like he's between a rock and a hard place. And look at, there's a wall. So, and he's diminished. So it looks like, you know, because of her loyalty and the people that are backing her, that she's not really worried about Trump. You know, there is a wall between her and Trump, and he's small. So, you know, that line is small. Even though it could be he's peeking around the corner, he's hiding until he attacks. Who knows? But she knows he's there because he showed up in here. That's her main problem. She could be just trying to diminish, you know, the control or power he has. But it's either he's behind this wall ready to jump, and she doesn't really see him as a problem, or he's hiding, like he's hiding until he's ready to attack. So is she gonna get, my silhouette, Lenormand, is she going to get prosecuted? The Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is, you know, someone is going to speak on her. Someone is passionate with their mouth. The Page of Swords is very, you know, she's very smart cookie. She comes out with the plan, and she, someone's going to talk about her, a younger woman. And I think also a younger man, or even though it's a page, to me it looks like a man. So I'm feeling there's a woman and a man really going after her. He really wants to go out after her with the passion. And she's trying to go after him, her with, you know, intellect. And are they going to be successful? The Queen of Swords. It's about thoughts, so a lot of words in regards to thoughts, words. It's showing that, you know, she thought she was walking away or getting away from it. These issues, she thought she was walking away, getting away from it, but she's actually kind of walking towards more drama, more issues. So she's not getting fully away from it. It's always going to be a dark cloud over her. I think there's a between. I think she is the Queen of Swords too. Her intellect, her words. These two people, you know, are trying to come after her. They're younger. One's coming after her in an intellectual way. With words and actions and maybe even law, and this one's coming after her with the passion, but she is the Queen of Swords too, so her words bite. She is a lawyer through and through, and she's trying to get away from the drama, but instead of getting away from it, she's in it, you know, she's side by side with it, you know. I want to see her relationship with the Clintons. Let's see. see a few minutes. Oh, I'm so mad my silhouette, Will Norman, just fell on the floor. So I want to see her relationship with the Clintons. Her relationship with the Clintons. So it looks like she might be brought up in words and stuff, but, you know, her words and her intellect, she's coming up with a plan and going forth on the plan. So even though there's a couple of people that are actively, and she is kind of worried about, you know, Trump, but she really doesn't see him as a big obstacle for her. She really doesn't, you know. She doesn't see Trump as an obstacle, even though she knows he's right there. She doesn't really see him as an obstacle. She thinks her reasoning, her voice, her thoughts, her arguments can get her out of anywhere. She's coming up with the active plan, you know. Alright, so I'm going to put the Clintons over here and Loretta over here. What is their relationship? It's fast. It's fast movement. What does that mean? The Three of Wands. So, you know, there's a fast movement in their relationship. And it's based on the three of them coming together. They came together to actively do something. And they're just waiting for it to come in. They're waiting for their just goods to come in. And it could be, remember in her reading, there was a lot of money and power and, you know, stuff like that. That's what she could be waiting for. That's what she could be waiting for. That's what both of them can be waiting for. You know, there's stuff coming in. It could be, because this, I see this boat, so it could be goods coming in, services coming in. So it could be like oil and money and services. They're waiting for all of it to come in. Let's see. Where does Loretta see her relationship with the Clintons? Three of Swords. So right now, I think she's thinking of, it was kind of heartbreaking. She's, you know, it's the Three of Swords. So it's piercing her, this relationship with them. I don't think things are good right now. I don't think things are good with her and her relationship with the Clintons right now. I think there's a lot of, you know, confusion, cloudiness. She doesn't quite know where she stands with them. She's showing, like the cards show, she's showing her loyalty. But you know how, you know, she may be loyal, but you know how the Clintons are. They're going to get you before you get them. So whether or not they fully trust that you're loyal, they might get you before you get them. You know, they're not going to take full stock in that. And she may be a casualty of them worrying about how loyal she is. So she's kind of like, you know, the Three of Swords. Alright, what does the Clintons feel in regards to their relationship? Look at the Two of Swords, I just said it. They're indecisive. They don't know if they can really fully trust her, you know, that she might turn on them, she might not. So right now they're trying to think of, well, what are we gonna do with her? What are we gonna do with this lady? Loretta better be careful, because like I always said, between the Clintons, they have a high body count. They have a high body count. Go on YouTube and put in the Clintons and their body count. They have a very high body count. Where does Loretta see this relationship going? The World. So, you know, she sees that this relationship is going to be successful. The World is her world, you know, her success, you know, new opportunities. I always look at, you know, the world as like a vagina opening up, you know, so going forth, you know, new opportunities, world. So she thinks it's going to be successful and prosperous for her. You remember, it was in her reading was a lot of, you know, her thoughts were on money and a lot of things. So and this card is saying that they're waiting for some stuff. They did some stuff and they're waiting for it to come in. They're just goods to come in, you know. So that's what she's waiting on. She thinks it's going to be successful for her. How about them? Because you know the Clintons ain't loyal. They're still waiting. They're waiting. And look at, there's a line up there. Every time I see the line, it's Trump. So right now, remember I said they're not sure what to do with her yet? You know, they're not sure what to do with her. There's some ripples. right here, there's some ripples in their trust and how they feel about her. There's some ripples, and you know, with ripples can start off little ripples and they can get bigger. So this is them too. They're still kind of like right now they're staying still. They don't know what move to make. They don't know if they move or they act too quickly, they might, you know, mess themselves up. Because not only will they mess themselves up, Trump's up here waiting for them. Trump's up here waiting for them to make the wrong move. They're on their defensive. Look at this knife down here by the bed. So yeah, they're at a rest period. They're apart, and I see this thing on their head. So they're right now taking a moment to come up with plans, formulate plans. You know, so they're at a rest. They're not doing too much movement. But there's a knife down. There's a knife down there. So they're ready to attack and betray. So, you know, that's not off the table. If they have to betray you, they will. If they have to cut you down, they will. They are ruthless. You know, they always have this knife ready right at the bedside. All right, where does the cards think this relationship is going? The cards think their relationship, they are in a bond. They are in a partnership. Look at loyalty. There's that dog again. So, you know, they are kind of stuck together. They are in the bond, a partnership based on, you know, one is more loyal to the other. I see Loretta is more loyal than she is to Bill Clinton and them. I see this man as Bill. She's more loyal than they are. I also find that, you know, this relationship has left them both vulnerable. That has left them more vulnerable, and people are trying to go at her. You know, they're trying to go at her to get him, but she's remaining loyal. She's holding on to this tree for dear life right there. So she doesn't move. So she doesn't say anything. She's trying to keep a low profile. Okay, how about the Clintons? How about the Clintons? Also, I also think Bill might be sick. I think Bill might be sick, and it has to do with his head. He might not be totally well, and I think he might be sick, and it has to do with his head. He might have some illness that's working off his memory, his thoughts, something like that. The Nine of Coins. They think that this relationship, the cards think this relationship, look at the lamb. They feel like this lady, Loretta Lynch, they have control. She's a lamb. She's going to follow their lead. You know, they're in control. She's not, you know, leading. She's a lamb. And with the lambs can go for the slaughter. So for them, she's not, she's disposable. But they do think that this relationship is a financial. It's a good financial, that they're going to get some good money from this relationship. That they're still waiting for their just goods to come in, and they're still waiting. And there's those birds, so she gets a lot of insider information. People are chirping to her, telling her things that maybe she shouldn't know. So it's telling me that the Trump administration has a lot of snitches that are feeding her information, and also feeding her information about what Loretta Lynch is doing and stuff like that, because there's a lot of money riding on for the Clintons. Lynch is getting some money too, but hers isn't as big. Her money isn't as long as what the Clintons are getting. And Hillary's got a lot of snitches that like to tell everything that's going on. Birds chirping. There goes that Knight of Wands again, the Star. So there's going to be, like I said, they're waiting for this money. And the Knight of Coins is all about, you know, going forth on, you know, going forth without no clear thought. So, and the focus is only on money, and this loyalty is being muzzled. So Loretta is being muzzled. Her loyalty is being tested. She's being muzzled. You know, I don't think she's going to speak. There is going to be some information brought to the light. There's the dog again, in regards to the loyalty. in regards to loyalty. What is down here? There's someone in the water. In regards to their loyalty, I think Hillary is getting exposed a little bit, but she has shoes on in this garden, so you know, her feet, you know, her footing isn't in any real danger. Her, you know, her footing is protected, but she is feeling some vulnerable. Right now, it appears that she has the upper hand. She has a lot of loyalty. Look at all these dogs around her. She has a lot of loyalty. That might be shined on, all the loyalty that she has. And Loretta might be here underneath her foot. Loretta's really not, you know, she could step on Loretta if she wanted to. What was this third card? And the light might be brought up on some details. It also could be the 8 of coins with the details. It could be that Hillary is really working on, ooh, there's another bird. I think Hillary has got the heads up. So she has really, you know, covered her ass, per se. Like, she really was meticulous about covering her butt, about the details. You know, she had everything lined up. She's really meticulous about trying to hide her work. And she worked hard on the details. And she has people that tell her what. See this? I see a big white building right there. So she's still close by. She still has access to this White House. She still has the White House in sight. So, you know, she still has a clear access. The window's open for communication. She has people that constantly tell her what she needs to cover up, what she needs to work on, how she needs to cover her butt as they're going through, like, you know, the investigation or what things are said about Clinton. At the same time as what things are said in the White House about Clinton, about what she's doing, she has people reporting to her, and she's actively cleaning it up. So I think I don't think it's balancing. I don't think, and it's up to, there's Trump again. So Trump is trying to balance. He's trying to balance and get, you know, a firm grasp. But he's like, look at this. There's a big hill, so he's coming up against the wall. He's trying to balance, you know, all this stuff, their money, you know, what's going on, like with Clinton's and all that. He's trying to get it out there, but it's balancing. He's coming up against a wall. He's seen all the stuff. There's that ship. It's came in. He's seen that the money and stuff that they got and the goods they got and the shady stuff they did, but it's like, it's on top of a mountain. You know, he's coming up like to hit the mountain, and all her stuff, that ship that came in right here that they were waiting on with all the goods and services and all the proof is way up there on the mountain, and it might be out of his reach, but he's still there. He's still watching it. So that's the end of the reading on Loretta Lynch. I don't really see, she might be mentioned a lot. People might question her, but she's loyal to the T. Even though if the Clintons don't think she's loyal to them, they feel she's disposable. You know, and it was a financial arrangement. She got a lot of money from the Clintons, and she's still getting money and stuff, and power and stuff like that with that relationship with the Clintons. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.